Students, in last class already we have discussed about Wheatstone bridge. In Wheatstone bridge, how many resistances we have? We have four resistances. Those are named as P, Q, R and S. And also we are introduced one galvanometer in Wheatstone bridge. So students, in last class we are already discussed when Wheatstone bridge is in balanced condition, we are able to get one relation as P by Q is equal to R by S. So based on that condition and based on that principle only, now we are ready to going to new concept. That one is meter bridge. So students, here meter bridge is works on the principle of bridge balancing condition of Wheatstone bridge. So on what principle meter bridge is working? Meter bridge is working on the principle of bridge balancing condition of Wheatstone bridge. So first of all, in how many ways we can use this meter bridge once we can think it. Okay, just we are representing a few things. So meter bridge is mainly useful for finding the unknown resistance of a given wire. Means given wire resistance easily we can identify it, and also we can able to find out specific resistance or resistivity of a given wire. So resistivity or specific resistance of a given wire is also we can able to find with the help of which one meter bridge. And also we can find out the one more thing, that is nothing but verification of Ohm's law when resistors are connected in series combination or resistances are connected in parallel combination. For that purpose also this meter bridge is applicable. So once I am repeating here, it is used to determine the resistance of unknown given wire. That is the first point we are used. Okay, first point we are discussed, and second point is it is used to verify the Ohm's law when resistances are in series and in parallel combination. And also one more point is we are discussed like this, it is also used to determine the specific resistance of a given wire. So how to construct this meter bridge? Once we can think it. So here once observe this given diagram. So 100% concept will be involved in this simple diagram only. Just by observing this diagram, entire things we can able to understood. So see students here carefully. For example, this is one M strip is we have, and this one is also N strip is present. Means these are just maybe some metallic strips we can call it. This M and this N are in which shapes is present? Both are L shaped is present. In which shape both are present? L shape is present. So in between these two strips we are introducing one more metallic strip like this. Okay, here we are introducing two gaps. For example, this is we are getting as a left gap. This left gap I am naming as a G1, and here I am getting as a right gap. So that right gap is I am named as G2. So here we are knowing one terminal. This is one terminal A I am representing here, another terminal B I am representing. Between these terminals A and B, compulsory 1 meter distance will be present or 100 centimeter distance is present. See how much distance is present between A and B. Between A and B 1 meter or 100 centimeters distance is present. So here how many gaps we are introduced here students? Two gaps we are introduced. One is left gap is represented with G1, and right gap is introduced with G2. So in left gap unknown resistance we are introducing here, maybe that is wires like that we are introduced in left gap, and in right gaps we are introducing one known resistance box. So this is RB is nothing but resistance box. This resistance box having some resistance, that resistance I am represented with capital R only. So here in between A and B some separation is present. In between that separation 1 meter I am introducing one manganese wire. Which type of wire I am using? Manganese wire I am introducing, and between the A and B I am introducing one battery having EMF capital E along with one plug key capital K. So next students, here once observe carefully, here one terminal we are choosing, that is C. Along this C, here we are introducing one galvanometer. So that galvanometer, another free terminal is connected with one jockey. That jockey is represented with J. So for what purpose we are getting this one means for getting zero current flowing through this galvanometer. So for example, here jockey is present. For example, while a jockey is moving along from A to B, at a one point galvanometer shows zero deflection. So then we can understood that galvanometer current is becomes zero or bridges in balanced condition. So now here the length between A to this J is I am taken as L, and remaining is I am representing as 100 minus L when L is in centimeters. If suppose L is in centimeters we are taken means, okay, remaining part we are taken as 100 minus L. This is the general construction about the meter bridge. So students, once I am repeating the same points just in few minutes. It consists of two L-shaped copper metallic strips Mn end separated by a distance 1 meter or 100 centimeters. A uniform cross-sectional manganese wire AB connected between Mn. Another metallic strip C placed between A and B such that two gaps G1 and G2 are formed. A battery having EMF capital E and plug key capital K are connected between metallic strips between C and D. Galvanometer and jockey J is introduced. So that is also we are introduced, we are explaining just now. So now one more point we are repeating here. A wire whose resistance to be determined is connected in gap G1, that is nothing but left gap, and resistance box is connected in a gap G2, that is nothing but right gap. So now till now we are discussed about construction of meter bridge. Now how to getting these working conditions. So working conditions now we want to find out means, already in a meter bridge we have jockey. The jockey is continuously slowly we are moving from A to B until getting that galvanometer shows zero deflection. Galvanometer shows zero deflection means that bridge is in balanced condition. Then it is follows the principle of Wheatstone bridge, that is you know very well, P by Q is equal to R by S. So here instead of P we are taken as X, and instead of Q we are taken as R. So X by R value is equal to, instead of R I am representing here L, and instead of S I am representing as 100 minus L. If suppose we are taken L is in centimeters, so then X value are unknown, where resistance we are conducting as, or we can finding as X value is equal to R capital R into L divided by 100 minus L. So unknown wire resistance value is equal to capital R into L divided by 100 minus L, where capital R is nothing but resistance introduced in a resistance box placed in right gap of a meter bridge. So students, if suppose the length is measured in terms of meter means, now how to find this one means, X by R value is equal to L divided by 1 minus L only we are representing. So here what we are taken, if L value is in meters we are chosen, so therefore X value is equal to RL divided by 1 minus L. Like this we can identify. This is the finding the resistance of a unknown given wire placed in left gap of a meter bridge. So this is the thing. So in meter bridge we are using only manganese wires. For what purpose we are using this manganese wires means, resistivity of a manganese wire is independent of temperature. So it is independent of temperature means, so it is used in meter bridges, and also these manganese wires are also used in to preparing a one standard resistors. For preparing standard resistors, okay, manganese wires is also useful. This is the one condition. So after getting this information about meter bridge, further we are going to one small problem for getting one idea. So how that problem is given here, once observe carefully. So here I am representing one problem. In a meter bridge experiment, the null deflection is obtained at a length 30 centimeters. When a standard resistance 3.5 ohm is used, the value of resistance in the left gap is, means unknown resistance we want to find out based on the given data. Here in right gap, how much resistance is present, that is 3.5 ohms is present. Unknown resistance we want to calculate. Here balancing length is, here that one is given as a 30 centimeters. So 100 minus L is becomes as 100 minus 30, that value is becomes 70 centimeters. So for getting idea, here we are introducing one diagram like this. So in left gap, nothing but in G1 how much resistance is present, X resistance is present. In right gap, here in gap G2 resistance is 3.5 is present. Here galvanometer jockey getting some zero deflection at a point 30 centimeters. So this is we are taking as null point. Total distance is how much, 1 meter. So here 30 centimeters means remaining part is becomes as 100 minus 30, that is becomes 70 centimeters. So we have the formula x by r value is equal to L divided by 100 minus L. Here L is in centimeters. So x by 3.5 is equal to 30 by 70. Here 0 cancel. So 3.5 here 7 means 2 times cancel. Finally x value is equal to, we are getting as 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is nothing but how many ohms, students? That is we are getting as 1.5 ohm we are find it. Okay, that only unknown resistance placed in gap 1. See students, now we are going to one more concept, that is a potentiometer. So potentiometer is a device, actually it is useful for finding the comparison of EMF of the given cells, one concept. And also by using potentiometer only we can able to find out the internal resistance of the given cells. So for what purpose potentiometer is useful? Potentiometer is useful for comparison of EMF of cells. That is one thing, and another thing is to finding the internal resistance of a given cell. In a given cell, internal resistance how much is finded, that is only we can obtain actually by using potentiometer. So potentiometer on what principle it is working means, so in potentiometer compulsory we are sending a constant current through a uniform cross sectional wire. So compulsory here current is we are maintaining a constant, through that current is passing through uniform cross sectional wire only. Here also which type of wire we are choosing means, in potentiometer manganese wire or nichrome wire we can able to use. Nearly that wire length is we are taken 10 meters. How much we are taking, that is nearly we are taking as 10 meters. Okay, that wire having resistance capital R. So here just we are thinking means, the principle of potentiometer states that when a constant current is passed through a wire of uniform area of cross section, the potential drop across any portion of the wire is directly proportional to length of that portion. Means the potential drop across any portion of the wire is directly proportional to length of that portion. Means here we can able to find like this as V is proportional to L. Such a relation we can able to find. So how to find that relation in this class, now we will discuss it. Actually this potentiometer arrangement will be completely placed on wooden board. So rough diagram I am explaining here about this potentiometer. See students, here I am representing one diagram. In this diagram just observe carefully, here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I am represented here 10 lines. So for example, this is a uniform wire I am represented. This is one free end of this wire. This free end of this wire is I am represented with capital A. This one is bringing that wire like this with the help of copper strip. Then this one is bended like this. Here also copper strip is present. So this one is also bended like this. Continuously that wire is wounded, okay, from A to B like this, okay, in the form of this thing. Between A and B we are introducing one primary circuit. In that primary circuit we are introducing a battery having EMF capital E and internal resistance small r. continuously wire is introducing in between A and B with the help of copper strips. Between A and B we are introducing one circuit, that one we are calling as one primary circuit. In that primary circuit we are introducing one battery, capital E, EMF, and also having internal resistance small r. So along that one we are introducing one series resistance. That series resistance is we are represented as RS. When introducing this battery in that circuit, the current I will be flowing. What's the thing will be flowing? Current I will be flowing. The potentiometer consists of wooden board already we are discussed. So how much current will be flowing in this circuit? Now we can revise it. Now students, we are going through theory of potentiometer. So the same diagram we are represented here in another form, that is we are representing like this. In a potentiometer we have two circuits. One is we are taken as a primary circuit and another one is we are taken as a secondary circuit. So in primary circuit that battery having EMF is present, internal resistance is present, and okay, one more plug key is present, and series resistance is also present. In secondary circuit we are introduced here one another battery having EMF small e, and here I resistance box, along with one we are taken as one galvanometer G. So here the thing is, in primary circuit okay, by using Kirchhoff's second law we have the thing E value is equal to I into R plus capital R. Okay, so then I value is equal to we can get as E divided by small r plus RS plus capital R. Like that we can observe. So students, for length of the potentiometer wire is capital L, means that is having resistance capital R. If suppose R is the resistance for total wire having length capital L we are represented. So let R dash is the resistance for a portion of length L, means now we are getting, we know the relation, okay, resistance is directly proportional to length. So from resistance is directly proportional to length means we know R by R dash value is equal to capital L by L, then R dash value is equal to R by capital L into small l. This is the one notation we can observe. So students, potential of the wire decreases from end A to B continuously, then potential fall or potential drop we are representing as V is equal to capital I into R dash. So V is equal to I into R by L into small l, then V is equal to I into rho into L. Here rho values I am taken as a capital R by L, that only I am taking as resistance per unit length. Therefore we can getting here as V proportional to L. So that is potential drop for a portion is directly proportional to length of that portion. This is the principle for potentiometer. Then V is equal to, okay, we are getting as I into rho into L, means V by L value is equal to we are getting as I into rho. So V by L value is equal to we can represent as E divided by R plus RS plus R into R by L. So here we are calling V by L is called potential drop per unit length, or we are calling this one as potential gradient of the wire. So V by L is the we are calling as potential gradient of the wire. This is the topic now we are discussed. In next class we are ready to discussing about comparison of EMF of cells, and also we can find the internal resistance of the given cell by using potentiometer. Okay, thank you students.